Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 12th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this dragonfly card and this eagle card. I'll show you these in a minute. The dragonfly is about kind of like seeing through some sort of illusion, or at least that's not really what it represents, but that's what I'm kind of seeing here in my head. And sorry, now I have the hiccups, but so I feel like you're seeing through some sort of illusion. It looks like something from the past where, you believed maybe life was one way, but it was actually another. So this is a good thing. Obviously, you have this eagle card, which is like a card of leadership and also seeing things clearly. So, it seems to me like you are actually seeing a direction, or, this could be clarity coming into your life that provides a direction. So if you've been like wondering like, what the hell am I supposed to work on? Or, what job should I get? Or what career? Look, you have this options card as well. There you go. So I really feel that this reading is great clarity that's coming in for you, which is amazing. That I think that this is going to be really nice because it seems to me like there's a much better energy here as far as understanding the direction in your life, not feeling lost. Like I wouldn't say that you've been feeling lost necessarily. I just think that you've been looking for direction. Let's put it that way. And yeah, it's like look, are you kidding? You end with the sun. If there was ever a card of great clarity, it would be the sun. But you have the dragonfly and this eagle. So the dragonfly, again, is kind of about illusions. If you ever look through a dragonfly's wings, it's kind of like looking through a stained glass window. The eagle can see very far. The eagle, the whole story of the eagle is that it can see very far, but it can't see around the curve of the earth. And but it can see very far, so it just needs to keep going. But even the eagle doesn't know what's coming around the next corner. So I kind of feel like there is a pleasant surprise coming in for you. We see it right here with the Page of Cups. This could be a person, sure, but I feel like this is a little bit more bigger picture. I always think of the Page of Cups in this fish right here, and that fish might be part of his imagination. We don't really know. It might be real, might be fake, it might just be in his head, but it's like an opportunity that he needs to grab onto. So I always say with the Page of Cups that it's like something you need to sink your hooks into, like an eagle, right? And you need to make sure that this fish does not escape. So, I feel like this could be, this is, like I said, could it be love? Sure. But, I think that this is much bigger picture here, what's going on, because it looks to me like you're making a change either in career or, this change is going to lead to some sort of improvement where you've been left out in the cold in the past. So this could be like, we're talking about financially, you have the Six of Pentacles. And so it's like you're planting seeds for something better. You also have the Two of Wands as well, which would be moving forward to something better. So we're definitely going to talk about that. You have the Five of Swords, which is a card of separation. I do feel like some of you maybe have walked away from a person who like breadcrumbed you and left you out in the cold here, Gemini. So that could also be what's going on here. Or maybe you have seen through that illusion. Sometimes I think we get stuck in relationships. Like I've totally done it. So, absolutely. I know this and I've done it, right? Where I get stuck in a relationship where it's like you're the only one giving. And, I think the problem with, us spiritual people, right, is we're usually very giving in relationships and things like that, which is, good on one hand if the other person is also giving, right? But the problem with giving is that when you give, you automatically value that other person more because it's like scientifically proven that we value the things we give to more. And so when that person doesn't give, but we do give, and we're the only one that's giving, it's kind of like we end up in this weird dynamic where we are exhausting ourselves and not getting anything from a person. So we need to be careful of overgiving. I definitely feel spiritual people need to be careful of that. And, I think that could have happened here in a past connection. You have the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's like you didn't get something you wanted. So, plain and simple, I feel that there have been a lot of disappointments, or you've been waiting for something like an offer, like I said, for a job or career, and it's like nothing has really been standing out to you. But again, it looks to me like there's like all of a sudden there are options coming in for you. With the Page of Cups, you have the Page of Cups. Just basically the universe saying I meant what I said. With the Five of Swords, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a card of resting, relaxing, recovering, healing. And I feel a lot of you, maybe after a breakup or a separation from the past, are going through resting, relaxing, recovering. If you don't know, I kind of use a loose spread with my tarot. Really, I don't use a spread. I use my intuition, but I do past, present, future, outcome, and this is showing up in your past position. So, that really tells me that you have already gone through a healing, or you have been healing from something, and there could be blessings coming in for you. With the Four of Cups, you have the High Priestess. This is about trusting your intuition. It's like maybe your intuition is always right in relationships, but you don't want it to be. Like I understand that feeling of wanting to be wrong about people, right? It's kind of funny because I've always told the story about how I used to work with this guy at this fish store I used to work at, and everybody loved this guy. His name was Steve. Everybody loved him, and I just didn't like him, right? For whatever reason, I didn't like him at first and everything. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, Steve's the greatest. What the hell's wrong with you? He's like the best thing since sliced bread." But I just never trusted the guy, right? And he ended up stealing like $5,000 worth of merchandise. Long story short, and quitting and just leaving, right? And so who was right? Me. But sometimes I hate being right, And the thing that I'm saying here, Gemini, is I think that I get that feeling here where it's like for once you just want to be wrong, and I think that maybe you wanted to be wrong about a person from the past. It's like maybe you knew, maybe things didn't feel right and, all this other stuff, but, it just wasn't right. And, I also think that for a small percentage of you, like in a perfect world, if this person was the good parts of them, it would like literally be your person, like your perfect person. Like if you just took the good stuff, right? But I think there was it's almost like there was a lot of more bad with this person. And again, I think you intuitively wanted to be wrong about this, but now I think you are trusting your intuition because of this. And the interesting thing is, in the area of the unexpected, you have this coffin card and this thoughts card. And, I think that this person could be thinking about you. Maybe they have regrets or something like that here. But the coffin says that you've put this to rest. You see this as dead, done, over with. And, I feel like you are moving forward here with the coffin card and you are kind of moving past it. I do think maybe you think about this person from time to time, but, it's probably them pulling on your energy. And maybe you need to make that correction in your head. For all of you, I kind of feel the bigger picture thing that's going on here is that you are thinking about a new life, changing your life in some way or moving on to something. Again, coffins, it kind of represent your old life. Outside the coffin is your new life. And so I feel for a lot of you, you have been thinking about making a change. We see that here with the Three of Wands. I think that you could be seeing an opportunity in a situation where you haven't seen an opportunity before. The story of the Three of Wands is that he is looking at that water, but the water is golden in color. But when he thinks he's looking at the desert, basically, because it's golden color. But when he looks closer, he sees those ships. And, this is the time that we're in for, the next 20 years. I think that a lot of the stuff that we look at, we might not, immediately see the opportunity. But if we look closer, if we take the time to really look for the resource or look for resources to get started. Again, the other thing that goes with this card is resources. So he might be looking at the desert where nothing can grow or there is no opportunity. But when he looks closer, there actually is an opportunity. So, in all areas of our lives, we need to look at things where we don't think there is an opportunity, and we need to start planting seeds, right? You have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about planting seeds in a direction. It's about seeing what grows, seeing what doesn't. So I think that for a lot of you, you just have to get started in a direction. I really feel it's kind of hard right now because there are no answers. It's you might not even know what to do with your life right now, and you might not have any answers. And it's well, you have to get started on something anyway, which is hard if you don't know what to get started on. But I would say even if you don't know what to get started on, read a book about something you could be interested in. Watch a YouTube video about something you could be interested in, and then kind of follow that thread. I think we're in a time where we kind of have to follow our inspirations a little bit. Follow a thread of being interested in one thing and just kind of seeing how it goes. Things are going to evolve at this time. It's we're not, whatever we start something as is probably going to end as something completely different. And as long as we don't allow every single change to stop us, and we keep moving forward towards the goal, and we just make changes as we go and basically evolve, we will be successful. If we don't, then we won't. Plain and simple. You have the Four of Pentacles. I think that a lot of you are kind of focused on stability or creating more stability in your life, and it looks to me like you are. So there's really not much to say here because I just feel that you are creating stability in some area of your life. Let's see. With the Three of Wands, you have the King of Swords. Yeah, if you are attracting love, I feel that it could be another air sign. It could be a water sign. You have water, earth, you have fire, you have everything here. So it could be any sign. But I feel like it's someone who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge. King of Swords is like usually someone who's more mature than you, but doesn't have to be. So it doesn't have to be someone who is necessarily older than you. It could just be someone who's very mature. And again, it could be any gender, whatever you're into. But I do feel that you could be attracting a King of Swords type person. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Pentacles. This really gives me the vibes of you saying, like, you moving away from a person or deciding to move away from a person and, like, deciding to bury the situation. And it's like you've grieved the loss of this person, but it's almost like this person didn't end it the right way. And so they're still grieving, even if it's been years. I think that some of you have decided to move on and move forward, and it's like you decided to take your chances away from something, like a person, and it's kind of weird because the reason why am I talking about this? I think that's what's important here. The reason I'm talking about this is because I think that some of you could be thinking about a person that you haven't been thinking about or you've been trying to move on from, and it's not you, it's them. So again, I would I think if you tell yourself that, then you can move forward, right? With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles, definitely focusing on your own stability at this time. So there you go. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this card that says, it's okay to be different. Don't try so hard to fit in. As a matter of fact, I would do everything you possibly can to be different. We have Pluto going into Aquarius, and again, yes, Pluto in Aquarius is about benefiting the collective. My concern, especially when we have Neptune move into Aries as well, is like developing some sort of hive mind where everybody just believes everything exactly the same, right? Which is a bad idea. So, again, I think that really it's like, yes, the things we do should maybe benefit the collective with Pluto in Aquarius, but that doesn't mean we should become the collective. It doesn't mean we should all be exactly the same. You have this options card that says, many opportunities are becoming available to you right now. Take advantage of every opportunity and let curiosity awaken your mind. Damn, I think that is the name of the game here. I think that should be the title of your reading. Let curiosity awaken your mind, because it seems to me like you don't know what you're doing right now, and that's great. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. I think that, your curiosity is going to reveal your next steps. Your curiosity is going to reveal what is going to be successful for you. So there you go. You have the Seven of Swords here. Seven of Swords, of course, can be lying, cheating, stealing. Some of you could have dealt with a person who is a liar, cheater, stealer. But I also, this is a card of tactics. Everyone gets the Seven of Swords nowadays. And to me, it just says, if one way to do something doesn't work, try something else. He is going to war, but he's doing it in a different way. He is stealing those swords. So, pretty much I think the name of the game for the next 20 years is there a better way to do everything you want to do? If the answer is yes, do it. You have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, of course, is a card of wish fulfillment, but it's also a card of being in the energy of the thing that you want. I think that, anywhere we have a mismatch in our energy is going to be highlighted big time right now. So it's like you can't have money if you have a bunch of money blocks, for example, right? So like I would work on those things, and it doesn't matter like what you believe in. Some people ask me about like law of attraction, or other people say they don't believe in law of attraction. I'm like, that's perfectly fine, right? Again, I am never going to encourage the hive mind. So I personally believe in law of attraction. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. And if you don't, that's great. And I would work on something else, right? So it doesn't have to be law of attraction. It's like there are plenty of books about budgeting and things like that. So it's like whatever you believe doesn't matter. Nine of Cups is just about matching the energy of whatever you do believe and kind of sticking with that, right? And so that's what I would do here. I would, figure out like what works for you, right? And I would double down on it, whatever it is. And it doesn't have to just be about money. This could be about love blocks. This could be about, other blockages. Maybe you have no blockages. This could just be about nurturing more of the good energy in your life and kind of being like 50%, 51% more to the positive than to the negative with the Nine of Cups. You have the Five of Pentacles here. Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. Five of Pentacles really wants us to focus on our strengths. And I think that's also super important. Obviously we can't be good at everything. So I would focus on developing your strengths with the Five of Pentacles, of course. Let's see where this is going for you. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles, definitely focusing on your resources. Four of Pentacles twice, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. It seems to me like you are, but these are specific cards because each one of these kind of really represents focusing on resources. Queen of Pentacles is the card of resourcefulness, so I would definitely try to be resourceful. But I think there are, you have the options card. I think there are options for you to improve your finances. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I knew, I literally said blockages for a reason. I knew that there was something here on that Nine of Cups about blockages or, whatever the hell you want to call it. So, Eight of Swords is only seeing one way of doing things when there are many ways of doing things. You have that options card. Again, I would say don't allow, didn't I say this too? I feel like some of you need to make sure that you don't allow little things to prevent you from moving forward. It's like one way doesn't work, try something else, right? With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. Yeah, moving on to calmer shores. It's like you're finding your way home is what I'm hearing, but it's like maybe you feel like you know what your home is, right? Like we're talking about something that's more of an idea in your head, right? Like not literally your home, but maybe you've been looking for a place to belong, and intuitively I feel like you are finding a place to belong. Pretty powerful reading here, Gemini, I have to say. Like, I think that there are some big changes coming in here. In the area of the good stuff, you have this Y card and this Peace card. Some of you could be getting answers as to why someone, did you dirty or, whatever the case may be. So this could be like an apology. You're not the only sign to get this. So, there is like a little bit of a collective energy, it seems, for apologizing or receiving an apology or something like that. So, this could be bringing you peace, or, whatever the case may be. This could have been something that hurt your confidence with the Five of Pentacles as well. So, definitely I think if someone leaves us, or whatever, it kind of makes us think like, why wasn't I good enough or whatever? Like, I think, also like on a very primal level, like when someone does you dirty or leaves you and then you like find out later and stuff, it's like your caveman brain maybe says to yourself, like, I'm literally not good enough to reproduce with, right? And so I think that is like the deep down fear, right? Is that like someone literally just insulted you by saying you are literally not good enough to have a child with. So, I think on a very deep level that's why it kind of can affect us, so much, right? And, I think that what's coming in here is that maybe this person's apologizing, maybe they're telling you something and you're just like, oh no, this person's just a dumbass. So, and you're just deciding to move forward. So it's like there could be a reason why coming in for you. You have the Two of Wands, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Sun. So this could also be a blessing in disguise because you could be, I kind of get the feeling that you could be meeting a person that's so much better that you're like, oh, if this never happened, if I ended up with this other person, I would have never met this new person. I feel like these two cards, though, are encouraging you to go on the adventure with the Three of Wands. Again, Three of Wands, he's looking out at those boats. Those boats are pointing out of the harbor. They represent an opportunity for him to go on an adventure, literally. Two of Wands, leaving a comfort zone. Page of Wands, following your enthusiasm. I feel anything you can do to go on an adventure is going to bring not only peace, but lead to a lot more success. You have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is like good news or something new coming in for you. So, I feel like there could be good news or new opportunity coming in for you with the Page of Pentacles. I also definitely feel there's a new person coming in here. It could be a water sign or earth sign or, earth with water, water with earth, whatever. But I feel if there is someone new coming in, this is a very good person. This person shines is kind of like what I feel here. This person could have just like that glow to them. Maybe the two of you together do as well. So if you're meeting a new person, looks really good. Even if you don't want love, again, I feel clarity. The whole entire reading, what it boils down to is you gaining clarity on your journey, on your path. The sun shines a light on things that we need to pay attention to. So it's like the sun is guiding you. Your joy, your happiness, whatever you want to call it, is guiding you here. With the Page of Wands, you have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard. So needing to create balance, needing to balance things out in your life. This is like going back and forth type of energy as well. So, but again, I think that this is really work hard, play hard. I also feel like I do get this energy, I'll just say this before I keep babbling on. The Two of Pentacles is a settlement. There are some cards in the tarot I consider clue cards. Two of Pentacles to me is sometimes a clue for a settlement. It's not like the accurate meaning of the card, but it's just a clue to me. I wonder if you are getting a reward for like feeling like you missed out on something, or if this was a person where you really thought it was your person, but you're kind of realizing it wasn't, you could be getting a reward for what you went through. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. I do feel like someone has to make a move here. You know, again, if a person's interested in you, obviously they have to make a move. If you're interested in a person, they have no clue who you are, then obviously you have to make a move. With the Sun, you have the Two of Wands again. So definitely you leaving a comfort zone here. Two of Wands, he's like standing at the top of a castle where he has always been. And he needs to leave a comfort zone so he can get out into the world. He has the whole world in his hands. So he could have some sort of accomplishment, you know, if he gets out into the world. You have this back card that says, take care, enemies are working against you. A lot of weird stuff going on with other people. I would just ignore it. I just wouldn't feed into it, is what I get here. These two came out together, which is perfect, because I would have pulled an extra card to clarify this one anyway. You have this fair woman card. It says, dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. You have this mountain. It says, major challenge to overcome. I feel that if you're dealing, I kind of get this feeling that you could be dealing, it doesn't have to be a fair woman, by the way, it could just be a person, you know, and I would be careful of anyone who is a challenge, you know, who causes problems on purpose. I even feel that if this is an ex, again, you could have been dealing with an ex who just like always has a problem, and, you know, there's something to be said for that, right? So I feel like you're kind of like moving forward there. You have this key. It says successful outcome to your problems, probably because you're moving away from this and you're focusing on yourself, is what this looks like to me. You have this elephant card. It says a long journey will either physical or mental will leave you wiser at the end. Yes, the whole entire reading, 3 wands, 2 wands twice, Page of Wands. I would definitely be going on some sort of adventure or journey here. You have this camel. It says, persevere and you will overcome your problems. Yes, do not stop. I literally said this earlier. Do not give up. Keep going. What did we say we were going to call this reading? It says, take advantage of every opportunity. Let curiosity awaken your mind, you know? So again, follow your curiosity with this energy. This also says opportunities are coming and going without you even realizing it. So, you know, I would say anything that jumps out at you, anything that captures your attention, just try it. You don't have to commit to something for forever, you know, in your life. I feel like you just have to try things. But this looks really good here, Gemini. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.